In this video, we are going to be looking at order of operations. So by the end of the video, you should be able to use order of operations to evaluate numerical expressions. Numerical expressions just means problems that only have numbers in them. Alright, so you've probably heard of PEMDAS before. So PEMDAS is the order that you simplify problems, simplify the problems. And this is very important. So you could get a different answer if done in the wrong order. So PEMDAS stands for P is parentheses, E is exponents, M and D is multiply and divide. Now, you have to do these from left to right. So if a division problem comes before multiplication, you must do the division first. And then same thing with add and subtract. A and S stand for add and subtract, and you do that from left to right. So basically, once you get down to the adding and subtracting, you just do it the rest of the problem, whatever comes first in the line. Alright, so we are going to evaluate the following problems. So we have 5 plus 4 to the third divided by 2. So my first thing to do is 4 to the third power, because that is an exponent. I don't have any parentheses, so I get to skip that. And the first thing I have is 4 to the third. So 4 to the third means 4 times 4 times 4. So 4 times 4 times 4 is 64. So what I do when I do these problems is I underline the part that I'm going to do, and then I rewrite everything else. Okay, now my next step is to do 64 divided by 2, because dividing comes before adding. So I bring down the 5. 64 divided by 2 is 32. And my last part is to do 5 plus 32, and that gives me 37. So notice how I'm only doing one thing per line. So I did the exponent, I did the dividing, and then I did the adding. One thing per line. So there's less to look at every time you move down. Okay, my next problem is 27 divided by 4 minus 1 in parentheses squared minus 1 plus 6. So order of operations, parentheses come first, so I'm going to do 4 minus 1. So everything else comes down. Now, 4 minus 1 was in parentheses, and that was the only thing in there, so I can actually remove them now and just put the number 3. Okay, the squared was still on there, bring down the minus 1, bring down the plus 6. Alright, order of operations next tells me to do exponents, so that means 3 squared. 3 squared means 3 times 3, and 3 times 3 is 9, so bring down the 27 divided by, bring down the minus 1, bring down the plus 6. Okay, now I have to choose between dividing, subtracting, and adding, and so dividing comes first. So 27 divided by 9 is 3. Bring down the minus 1 plus 6. Okay, this is where the order is important. So look at how the subtracting comes first. So I have to do 3 minus 1 first to get 2. And then my last part is 8. If I had done at this step right here, I'm going to bring this over. If I had done the addition first, and that gives me 7, I would have a negative 4 as an answer. Okay, that is wrong. The correct answer on this problem is 8. So order matters when you get to the adding and subtracting. So notice on this line, all you have left is adding and subtracting. So I do these left to right. I did the subtracting first because it came first, and then I did the addition next. Alright, so go ahead and pause the video, try these on your own, and unpause it to check your answers when you're done. Okay, so the first problem, 24 minus 2 to the third times 2 plus 5. So there's no parentheses, I get to skip that, but there are exponents. So I have 24 minus 8 times 2 plus 5. Alright, so now I'm choosing between minus, multiplying, and addition. So multiplying comes next. So 24 minus 16 plus 5. So again, notice on this problem, subtraction comes first. So I have to do 24 minus 16 first. So that is 8. Bring down the plus 5. And then I have an answer of 13. Alright, so if you looked at this next one, you actually notice that there's these brackets right here. Okay, those are just another way of doing parentheses. So the reason why they look different than these parentheses here is so that you know which ones match up. Okay, so the two brackets line up and then the two curved parentheses line up, but they both mean parentheses. All right, so that means inside the parentheses, there's actually another parentheses. So I'm going to start with this 1 plus 2. So I'm going to bring everything else down to the next line. And then right here, okay, that means multiplication. When a number is outside the parentheses, that is another way to write multiplication. So I'm actually going to change this to a times sign right here, and then do 1 plus 2 is 3. Okay? Then, still inside the parentheses, I have addition and multiplication. So I have to do the multiplying first. So 35 minus 12 plus 9. And I still have those parentheses. So 35 minus 21. And then my final answer is 14. Okay? All right, next one. We have parentheses, so I have to do the 4 plus 1 first. Since that's the only thing inside of these parentheses, I can actually get rid of them now and just write 5 squared divided by 1 to the 4th. Okay, exponents. There's two exponents in this problem. I do them one at a time, left to right. So 5 squared means 5 times 5, so that is 25. So 25 divided by 1 to the 4th. Now I'm going to do this exponent. So 1 to the 4th means 1 times 1 times 1 times 1. All those 1s just still mean 1. And then 25 divided by 1 is 25. All right, last one. This one may have looked a little tricky for you. But this fraction part, the top, we can almost think of this like parentheses, okay? So we're going to get the top down to one number, and we're going to get the bottom down to one number. And we have to do those first. So I might run out of room, so I'm going to start off to the side here. So bring down that 2, and I'm just doing the top first. So 5 minus 2 is 3, and I still have everything on the bottom. Okay, now if I'm looking at the bottom, I can choose between addition and division first, and division comes first. So I have 2 plus 3, 3 over, and then 6 plus 9 divided by 3 is 3. Okay, I'm going to bring this up over here. And I still have two numbers on my denominator, so I have to do 6 plus 3 next. So bring over the 2 plus 3 over 9. And then 3 over 9, I can simplify that down to 1/3. So 2 plus 1/3 is just 2 1/3. Okay, so most problems that you get at this point after watching this video will be whole number answers like this. But it's nice to know that every once in a while you can get fractional answers. All right, that's the end of the video, so thanks for watching.